All right. Yeah, we are up. Let's get this out on Twitter. All right, let's start having a look here. Hey, Paul, welcome to the live stream. How is it going? Yeah, Paul, can you believe that morning? So I was sitting on those call options that I bought yesterday. It was round two because if you remember from yesterday, I had gotten calls on Thursday last week. I bought calls, closed those out same day. They were buzzer beaters for 20%. I bought another rack of calls on Friday and ran those into Monday, and ended up flipping out of those. Picked up four more calls, and those are the ones that I opened today with. I bought those yesterday for the purpose of holding into today. I was looking to get out during the run up. I was driving, so of course, being responsible, I missed out. I was still driving when the halt was lifted. So I did not get to exit those at a nice super high price like I wanted to. I did end up exiting half of those at 130%. So basically I turned those into the other two into free calls. They will be, no matter where I close those out at, it is all profit on those. So I'll let those sit and simmer and see if we get some good price action later in the week. So yeah, those ones are free. That is free money that I'm playing with. That is, it's all profit at that point. And that's, when you get a position like that, and I've always played, enter in, get a certain percentage, get multiple calls. That way you can step out. You can come out at different levels. And that's just a perfect example. Had I exited earlier on, I could have actually closed one of them and covered the cost of all four contracts. My friend the day trader called me. He knows I have AMC, wanted to know if I sold anything. I told him no, and he gave me a big lecture. Yeah, that's but see, it really comes down to the difference between shares and options. If this is not a standard market play. This is a MOAS. And I'm sorry, but if you're looking for MOAS dollars, why are you going to settle for $34 a share when you know that you have a buyer with almost unlimited upside potential? You have, hey Toad, how's it going? You have all that potential. So yeah, why would you sell yourself short at 34 when you could easily be looking at 334? Just throwing a number out there. But yeah, so it's a different world when you're talking shares and options, especially in the play we're in right now. And that's why, I got a lot of respect to the 1348. It's allowing investors, it's allowing apes to go out there, play options, and if they're playing it smart, not lose money. That's the whole thing. It's we're not here to give money to the hedge funds. So if they play it smart, if they recognize their levels, if they know their risk, they just play it smart, get those profits, and roll it back into getting more shares or more calls. Keep that pressure up. We can force them into creating buying pressure if they have to cover options positions. Hey Vengeance, welcome to the live stream, man. Yeah, so let me see. I wanted to kind of have a peek right now. Yeah, so those are currently at $5.35 each right now. Where were they earlier? earlier. Let me see if I can scroll over that far. Yeah, at market open, those were worth $950 a contract. That's insane. It was just short of 400% up. So yeah, I am a little bit bummed about that. I probably would have sold two of them just for the massive gains and be able to enter into, to have that extra money to roll into other positions. I was totally looking for that. Oh, let me jump on here. Want to check something real quick. I did hear from Pugnacious last night. Of course, still thoughts and prayers for Pugnacious. Hopefully he's doing better. Nothing new has come through, but hopefully he's doing better. Hopefully we hear back from him soon. I know, everyone in the community, everyone over on Clay's channel, we're there, we're behind him. We hope he feels better. So yeah, what else do we have going on? Wonder if hopefully we might see Riptide in here. Riptide is, he's got Ford calls, and I know they're in April sometime. I don't remember if they were early April or late April, but I know he is in calls. I think he's playing 1650 strike prices, so we're going to pop over and have a look at those. So 1650s, I think he is up right now. I can't remember. I thought he said he might have got in at 56 cents. So with the price movement we're seeing, 1765 right now, and he should be 100% profit on those. So he could do the same thing. He could close out half that position, and the other half becomes complete profit. So we'll see if we get Riptide in here, but it's good to see everyone doing well in the market and getting those gains. PROG for Devil's Advocate. Yeah, since that earnings sell-off, it just, because earnings was yesterday, it looked like it was going to fishbowl and come back up, and right at where it should have, started back on its upward trend, it just started going sideways. And the 200, as you see, a 200 kept going downward trend. In after hours yesterday's work got hammered. You look at these red candles. Granted, we're looking at, that was still pretty brutal on PROG for Devil's Advocate, and now it's trading sideways. There's nothing going on. The 13 and the 48 are like right on top of each other for the most part. It's a whole bunch of sideways trading, no real price action. Opening candle 3.5 million, and just started to fall off. These are sub-million, but still, it's not bad volume. So how is everyone else doing today? My count is up over 100% from 2 weeks ago, and so grateful. Yeah, that's congrats, Vengeance. That is definitely good to hear. GameStop is battling at the 200. A little bit above the 200 right now, but for all intents and purposes, it had its huge run up this morning. It pulled back, got hit really hard. Was that 163 it got dropped to? And you look at that, 163.01. Tell me that is not a computer handling trading right there. To fire off that exactly. Pulled up just shy of 200. Man, if it could hit that 200 and broke out, but they timed it perfectly. They threw so much powder. It was ridiculous the amount of money they spent to halt that. Hey. There we go. So yeah, what we may see today for the rest of the day is a lot of sideways chop. We might get a little bit run up in the afternoon. Might make a little bit of a power hour run. Looks like AMC is starting to turn to the upside here, but I wouldn't expect too much today. I would look for, give it time for a cool off, because that was, you look at what we've done. Let's go. We'll go on the 1 hour. I don't even think we needed to go on the 1 hour. Well, we had the run up yesterday, but going back a bit. No, my AMC squeeze prediction is $1,748.81. That is still my price target for the squeeze. I mean, you look on the 1 hour, that candle just looks brutal. It was a brutal candle. No matter what, I haven't looked at it on the 1 minute yet, but I'm sure every other, go on the 4 hour, doesn't look as bad, but you'll get the gist of that. On the 30, we've made some huge gains though. Anyone, if people are still doubting or on the fence, if you look at the gains that we've made in the last week alone, AMC, I'm clicking on, in the last week is up 56.6%. It is up $10.60 from where it was a week ago. Hey, Pika, how's it going? So anybody who's worried if the play is still on, worried about the halt today, they played it smart, because if we would have continued the next candle, if they had not thrown all those short shares, I guarantee you that they were throwing 9.5 million on a downward shot. The first candle, 21.1 million. If they did not slam it down and get it halted, it would have. I honestly believe if they did not stop it right there, it would have squeezed. The MOAS would have kicked off right there. I almost guarantee, if you just look at a 5-minute candle with over 21 million volume, that's it's beyond ridiculous. And if that doesn't scream market manipulation, the fact that they stopped it right before, it probably would have halted on the uptick. And if it would have halted on the uptick, everybody would have. Everyone would have been standing by to pile in and just load up on shares. It would have snowballed, and snowball, wildfire, whatever you want to call it. It would have. It probably would have broke them. So honestly, moves like that, those are last ditch type moves. The chart does not lie. Looking on the 3 minute, so the tail of the 3 minutes is interesting. Almost 13.7 on this 3 minute candle. This was still continuing upward, 10.6 million on that candle. But that was when it was in this 3 minutes that they started shorting it back down. And the only reason the volume is so low on, if you look on the third candle on the 3 minute and the second candle on the 5 minute, the reason why the volume is so much lower when you compare 21 million to 9.5 million is because they got the halt. Had the halt not triggered, they might have actually pushed it down a little bit further, and that shows you how scared they are. They know that this could pop at any time, and they looked at it, they saw it running in that first 5 minutes, and they knew that they had to slam on the brakes. AMC will be sold by many since Devil's Advocate dipped. Not sure I understand what you mean by that. What you mean by that, Vengeance? let's see. Oh, we don't need the weekly anymore. Actually, we starting to AMC starting to make a little bit of headway. Yeah, that's yeah, I don't expect. I would love if AMC, picked right back up and started running again. But I really think that it needs a little bit of cool off. And as long as we maintain, buying pressure, have a nice steady run into closing. Doesn't have to be ridiculously high levels. It's just slow and steady. Get us back some of that ground, and then tomorrow we'll put them to shame again. Let's look at crypto. Crypto is oh, I have to do something here. Thank you, crypto, for reminding me. Because I'm the type who I like trading. So let's take, where do we need to go down to with this? Wait. $150.08. Oh wait, too far. 09. Oh, wait. There we go. There is our new Doge level. Over the weekend did have a nice little dip in Doge, so I picked up a little bit more, just working to average down, and Doge decided to come back up towards where I averaged down to. So for a little while there, yeah, this doesn't count. This was that was before. This is the now. So yeah, my Doge actually did. I was positive on my Doge for just a little while. We are, it did pull back a bit, but I'm going to make a concerted effort to, if I see like them reporting, if I get a notification of like a 10% dip on Doge, a 5% dip on Doge, I might go out and pick up an extra 50 Doge token just to take advantage of those little dips. And certainly if it's below my average, then that makes me feel better because I'm averaging down on it. There's nothing wrong with averaging up as long as the price continues to go up. When did that happen? I bought the 26th at 5 a.m. So we're on the 4. Let's 26th at 5 a.m. So I bought in this candle right here. Oh, Pika, you were talking to Vengeance. Okay, I gotcha. I was like, I thought you were asking when I got in on the Doge dip. Yeah, so I don't know what happened. I had it set up, and I don't know what happened. I had this set up to it even changed my, yeah, it did not save any of my settings. I went through on my crypto and had it set up to show the 1348 because I was gonna see how well the 1348 applies to crypto. So I had it set up, and yeah, it's not there in any of them now. So I don't know what's I don't know what's going on with that. I had it set up. I was going to use it to experiment with crypto trading, see how well it worked on that side. He says there is not money in the world to cover the kind of money we are looking for with AMC. Hope he is wrong. Well, see, the thing is, Paul, be very aware of the price. Be very aware of, the volume, the volatility. The people that are going to be, that say they're holding to 500,000 and 100,000 and 10,000, the people that are saying they're holding to these super high numbers. And granted, my estimate could be high also. Do not be caught holding the bag. It will go up during the MOAS. They'll cover. It will go up. It will come back down. It will not stay up there. The people that are saying, I'm going to hold to $5,000, if it doesn't get up there, they're going to be holding when it comes back down. They could be holding when the MOAS is over. So I don't want to freak anybody out, but not everyone is going to, get the money they're looking for. If you are asking too much of the market will say no. The market they will cover, it will come back down, and there will be AMC bag holders. I guarantee you there will be people that were saying they're going to hold to 10,000, and say it runs up to 1,200, and that's it. And it turns back around, and all of a sudden it's down at 300, and they were going to be holding, they said, oh, I'm going to hold till 10,000. And next thing you know, they're checking Ortex data, and it's covered. And it's back down at just a couple $100s a share, and they could have gotten out at 1,200 with the, I'm not even sure I'll still be around at 1,200. It depends on, how much they cover, how fast they cover. We don't know how high the MOAS is going to go. So, hold till they cover. If they don't make it to your target price, but it's over, then you have a choice. You either, get out where you can on the high side, or you ride it back down. And if, say, every other ape in the world says they're going to hold to 10,000. If I set my order for 9,500, I'll be the first person to get paid. And if on the way up, if the day traders step in, if institutions step in, and they gobble all those shares up, and it turns around at, if it turns around at $9,550, and everyone has their market order set for 10,000, and it gets covered through other hedge funds, it gets covered through day traders, then I would be the only one who got paid. So it's good to have high numbers in mind, but also be aware of what's going on. Have situational awareness of what's going on in the market, and be on the lookout for the possibility of not making your super high. Yeah, see, Paul would undercut me by 10 cents. Exactly. And if the last of the shares to cover are at his price, my price will never get seen. So yeah, be aware of the market. That's it. You always hear people say, know your exit plan, know your strategy for getting out. Because the people saying diamond hand forever. Well, no, you have to have. If you don't have an exit plan, if you don't plan on getting out of it, then you're going to ride it all the way up and all the way back down. I believe there is squeeze fatigue. We're not going past 100. I would probably have to disagree with you, Vengeance. Just looking at the action today, you can take yesterday, the entire day yesterday, or you can take the first 5 minutes today. And me personally, I don't believe in the fatigue. I don't think it's gonna. Let's scroll over and look at yesterday. That was steady price movement. We had one real pullback, and that was it. The whole rest of the day was steady upward. You look at the 200. almost building momentum the entire way through. Now it did, by momentum I mean, if you look, it is on a curve here. It did straighten out into a line on the 200, which was a result of the pullback and then the start of the run again. That's where it flattened out, and then it started to curl up again at the end. You can see it better on the 48. It was starting to ramp upward, starting to have that curve, and it flattened out there for a while. Flattened out, and then started to run back up. So yeah, with that kind of movement, and then you come over to today, and you look at that first candle. If that would have started ripping, there would have been so much FOMO. If the second candle had ripped like that, and we would have seen the halt on the uptick instead of a downtick, it would have started moving up almost uncontrollably. Especially if they threw the 9 million. See, that's the thing. If we would have had more shares ready, by we I mean the entire community, if we would have matched their pressure in that second candle, they would not have been able to control it, because I think they used up a whole lot of their powder that they had. I'd be interested in seeing what the next set of numbers that comes out are. And so after my stream, when I go back to work and before Claybro kicks off, I'll probably be listening to Short the VIX, because he does give Ortex updates. So I like to get those numbers. I like to hear where the short interest is. I like to hear the changes in the borrow. Hey, AMC stair stepping upwards. See, this is what I want to see for the rest of the day. Especially after the huge shot they took, that first 10 minutes, that hard up and hard down. And after all that, to see buyers stepping back in. If this continues into close, this will be perfect. It'll be a perfect way to close the day out. We'll close green. Yeah, Short the VIX is pretty hype. He is it's a high energy channel, just like Claybor's channel. I love being in both their channels. Oh, you're hidden on his channel? 71 is a better year. Oh, Toad just having fun now. So yeah, look for maybe a little bit of pullback. The RSI did not make it quite to 70, but if you look, it's crossing over on the moving average and the 3-minute lag, your kilo and delta. So delta has caught the kilo. We're probably going to see just a little bit of a pullback, so don't spoil it. Yeah. It's the picture, though, Toad. You gotta, when you have the different picture on there. Let's see. I want to kind of have a peek here. God. Oh, I'm just loving my P&L. It's... So we are a little bit down, and we can pop over, have a look at go ahead and have a look at my calls. So I am on April 14th, the monthlies for April, and I've got the 30s. Oh, they're there. Why do my prices look different? There might be a little bit of lag here because my AMC, April 14th, $30 strike. My calls are actually stating they're worth more on my broker than here. And I'm still, the last two that I'm holding, they're still over 100%. So it's still, better than doubling up. And if you look, everybody, 1350, no contracts. $29.50, no contract. They opened the 50-cent increments. Now, one thing to be careful for is they may be trying to get people to load up on calls and to try to do a rug pull. How are we looking? Well, let's check these. Same thing. They open up a whole bunch of 30-cent increments. So that's something to keep an eye out for. They may try to. Vix did talk about it. They may try to get people to buy in, load these up, and drop the price and steal all the premium that you're paying. Which that's a perfect example. That's what they could have done during that run, catching a lot of people in FOMO buying call options because they think it's going to keep ripping and ripping and ripping. The first 5 minutes of the day, a lot of people buy in on contracts. They pull the rug out from under them, and all of a sudden, a ton of those options are now worth taking huge losses on them. But yeah, my 30s, they're still looking good. They're still they're a little bit down on the day. Actually, they're still up on the day. Today's return, I'm still up just a little bit on them. Question is, the thing is, I would have to. Hey, Riptide, how's it going, man? Riptide, Ford calls. How you doing, man? We did talk about that earlier. We talked about it in preparation for you popping in here. What was it? Did you say April 1st you had? Was it April 1st? Or no, April 29th? April 29th you did sell them? Yeah. Riptide, that is awesome, man. Yeah, that was one of the first things we went over here. I'm like, okay, let's have a look at Riptide's Ford calls that he had. Yeah, so I don't know if you heard Riptide over in Claybros. So I had 4 contracts. April AMC calls, $30 strike price. Got them at $2.70. Exited half of them at $6. So, I basically paid for the entire position with those two contracts. The other two, I'm still riding those because they're all profit at this point. This is one of the key things. When you purchase contracts, you get a profit, you sell and cover your initial investment, you have established zero risk. You are at no risk of losing money, which means you can let those ride. You could ride them longer than you normally would because you're playing with other people's money at that point. So yeah, Riptide cashing out. I saw the numbers. I'm like, picked up PROG and 3M calls. Oh, 3M's not one I've looked at in a while. I figured you looking at the numbers depending upon when you got up, you probably doubled up on those. If I'm correct, you probably saw close to or a little bit above 100% profit on those, which is killer. You don't have to share and everything, but just going over the numbers and seeing today, you could have been anywhere from 80 to 110% profit, I think. So look at 3M. Sold at 17. Yeah, right in that butter zone. Yeah, you definitely scored good on those. Congratulations. Okay, we can give you just a second here. Looking at 3M. 3M did get the cross to the downside calling for puts, but it might be reverting already. That's on the 5. Check the 30. 30 it did dip below the 13, bouncing off the 45. 3M might be starting a run. Anything on the 1 hour? 1 hour showing a pullback as well. What about the 5? Yeah, it's still range bound. If it could, as far as calls on 3M, when it moved off the 200, that might have been a good time to get in. When it moved off the 200, it was still RSI. Oh, RSI was still on the low side. Yeah, they might have. English Toad. Everyone keeps changing their names in here. Looking at the 155. Yeah, I would really, playing gaps is good, but there's no guarantee a gap has to fill. It's not guaranteed. Oh, hang on. Yeah. There's no guarantee that a gap has to fill. They tend to. If you see a gap that is supported by our lovely little 1348, if you see a gap that's supported by that, then that would be, you could go in with a moderate position on them. Let's see. Let's get over real quick. I want to check the price. What do we got? Okay, so there are weeklies. Calls. One thing, if you're playing 3M and anyone else, just one contract, yeah, that's nothing wrong with that. If you are playing, be careful when you're comparing your premiums, because if you notice, dollar, 50 cent, 50 cent all the way through until you get to 170, then they turn into $5 increments. So definitely pay attention to your strikes. Did you guys see Rhino is back on clays? I did not see. If Rhino was back over there. Oh. AMC continuing that upward movement. Oh no! Correction. These are not 50-cent increments. Dollar, 250, 250. These are running in $2.50 increments until you get up to 170. Then they turn into $5 for one strike. Yeah, $5 all the way up. Okay, I thought they were turning into $10, which they don't do until it hits $200. Yeah, Riptide, I hope those work out for you on 3M. I've looked at it before, just never got in on it. And somebody was talking about Biggie. Okay. BBIG trending upward. No real big boom on it. Check the 3. No, I see good upward movement. On the 30-minute, it looks good on the 30-minute. But it's holding the 13. Basically, it's just going on a run right now. On the 4-hour, it did move. 4-hour, it did jump off the 13. The 48 crossed over the 200 fairly early yesterday. Hey, Grains, how's it going? Yeah, BBIG, if it just keeps, as long as it keeps trending on the 13 or just above the 13, it can keep that price movement going throughout the day. RSI, not getting too out of control here. Our RSI, what do we got, 56 on there? Yeah, our RSI is nice and under control. Highest RSI hit of the day is 65. This is a nice controlled climb. Now, if you look on, the Stachi's getting up there. You're hitting that 80% on it. That's where you're seeing the little bit of pullback and everything. But really, only 2 dips dropping down towards the 20. Other than that, it's been maintaining nicely. What do we got low on the RSI? 43 and 38. Yeah, the RSI looks very controlled right now. Yeah, so BBIG just looks like a nice steady play. GameStop. GameStop's looking nice. Oh my God! Look at these old levels here. Oh, 1 second. I don't know anyone named 800 Service. So I don't remember how long ago we dropped these on here. When we dropped these channels down, GameStop is just running in that low channel forever, in that buy channel, and just started to break out. And all these levels, listen, it held up, right about that, right about the 137, 135, ran up. This is the interesting one. I had this 161 one on here, and remember, we haven't been on GameStop in a while. But if you look, it ran down today. When it tagged right around that 161, 162 level. It tagged right on that and bounced off it. That is insane. And these have been up here for quite a while. I didn't just throw these up nilly-willy and be like, okay, oh yeah, well this is up here for this reason. No, we're actually looking at a stock that moved up into levels and bounced off a level that, I mean, that is like close. That is insane how well that held up. And coming off of that huge upward run. Maybe I should put lines on the chart like up at the couple $1,000 mark. I mean, that actually, I don't even remember what we put those lines on for. Clay and Frank community will protect. Oh yeah, that's, y'all know how I am about respect. If people see him in there, certainly if he comes over here, there's no way he would get a wrench on this channel. He'd probably automatically get hidden on this channel if he didn't get outright banned from it. But yeah, somebody, point him out to point him out on the Claybro stream. And is he still running the same name? Grains Rhino is, I don't like talking. Rhino is someone who doesn't know how to I'm trying to think how to word. I don't like talking bad about people. Rhino is someone who commits acts on the channel that are justified in blocking him from channels. That's about the best way I can explain. He commits acts which earn him getting hidden and banned from channels. That is so sick though. That line is. I'm sorry, I can't get over that. And look, we're running just below this one right here. I did pull the rest of those lines. Hang on, let me make sure that all the other lines are pulled. Yeah, all the other lines are pulled. That was some good technical analysis there. I don't even know when it was, but that was some good analysis right there. Pika, maybe not today. I don't think AMC might. Buyers might step in. We might get some pressure going into Power Hour. We could just be going through a cool off, and Power Hour kicks off, and we start ripping again. But if it does not hit 34 today, just think of it as the first test. You may need 2 or 3 tests before you punch through a level of resistance. So what we can go ahead and do here, lines. Yeah, that's close enough. We'll drop it right there. I'll try not to get all weird about making sure the lines are perfect. So yeah, that is our target goal. We need to run up and we need to test that. We may need it. It might take 2 or 3 tests of 43 to punch right through it. It is it's one of those. We're not too off of one of those $2 increments. It's right before. Just before 35, you're hitting one of those key psychological levels. So yeah, that right now is our goal, is to punch through that and hold it. Even 34 even. Just kind of make sure I don't have any irrelevant lines on there anymore. Yeah, we're good. Oh my god. On the 4 hour, look at how insane. Ever since we dropped below 13, from here forward, we are in control. With no great dips. Yeah. I actually think closer to 28. I think 28's our bottom right now. I think we can play around. So right now, if we stay, well, I mean, look at the perfect example. Our yellow, our 200. Our 200 is now our moving level of support. So as long as we keep trending upward, our moving support level will move with us. That's one of the great things about the 1348 is that 200 acts as your support level. Or if you're underneath it, that acts as your, as a resistance level. So pretty much as long as we can keep riding the 200 up towards this 34 mark, eventually we will break through. So we're on the 5 minute here. Let's look at that. Now, so it does look like the 13 did drop below the 48 there on that little pullback. We moved below it, and now we're starting to run. They crossed over, and we are pushing above both of them. So yeah, we might have an upward trend continuing out through the rest of the day. Grains, I love the Webull platform just for the charting. I don't trade on Webull. I've got Shib on here, and that's it. Everything else I do my charting on here. I do my trading on Robinhood. Just because on Robinhood I can get really creative with the options on there. But everyone, we are at that time. I certainly want to thank everyone who stopped by today. Everyone listening, if you can, send out good energy to Pugnacious. Hoping to hear from him later on today. I'll probably hit him up on Twitter, see how he's doing, if we don't see him in the live streams. But I want to thank everyone who came by. Paul, Toad, Vengeance, Pika, Toad, Vengeance, Riptide, Grains, looking through. Yeah, looks like I got everyone in here. But I want to thank everyone who stopped by here for spend a little bit of time on the day, just kind of go over the technical analysis, look at some of the option chains. I hope everyone has an absolutely wonderful afternoon. As Pika said, hit that like button, gently caress the like button, smash the like button, interact with the like button. The like button it's your friend and it's my friend. So I will catch everyone later, and from me to you, I wish you good health and good trades. And I'll see y'all over on Clay Bros in a bit.